All right, let's dive into the world of finance today. We're going deep on prepping for a mutual fund broker interview.
Sounds good.
Imagine yourself
Yeah.
raising funds from investors and using your expertise to pick, like, the perfect investments,
Right.
guiding them towards financial success. That's the dream, right?
Absolutely.
So today we're tackling 9 common interview questions that come up, figuring out not just what to say, but why it matters to the interviewer.
Okay.
Of course, sprinkle in some career insights along the way, too.
Love it.
And, we'll even show you how RoleCatcher's AI tools can help tailor those answers
Very cool.
for specific job roles. So what's really fascinating about these mutual fund broker interviews is they're not just looking for technical knowledge.
No, not at all.
You need to showcase your passion for the field,
Yes.
communication skills, and that ability to connect with clients.
That's what they want to see.
Yeah. Okay, so first question.
Okay, it hit me.
Can you explain what a mutual fund is?
Oh, good one.
It seems basic, but how do we make our answers stand out?
Right. So many people kind of just give a textbook definition.
Yeah, you can't be boring, right?
No. Think of it as your elevator pitch for mutual funds.
Oh.
You need to be clear, concise, and engaging. So instead of, just a dry definition from a textbook, use an analogy.
Okay.
Imagine describing it as like a basket of investments,
Oh, I like that.
carefully selected to help investors achieve those goals.
It makes it more relatable. So instead of just saying diversified portfolio, which sounds very, jargony,
Jargony, yeah.
we could say something like, it's like having a team of experts working together to make your money grow.
Exactly. And you can weave in details from the career guide here.
Okay, yeah.
Mention how mutual funds offer access to a wider range of securities than individuals could manage on their own,
Makes sense.
potentially leading to higher returns while, spreading risk at the same time.
That's a great point. It shows we understand the benefits.
Yep.
Now, what about question number 2? What is your experience in selling mutual funds?
Okay, yeah.
How do we answer this effectively, especially if we have, limited experience?
Well, it's all about showcasing your sales skills and building relationships. Even if you haven't directly sold mutual funds, you can highlight any experience where you've persuaded someone,
Okay.
built rapport, or maybe managed accounts. Think outside the box a little.
Okay. So let's say I worked in customer service. I could talk about how I helped customers understand complex products
Yes,
and guided them towards solutions that met their needs.
you got it. Frame it in a way that highlights those transferable skills.
Oh, okay.
And if you do have direct experience, quantify your achievements. Did you exceed sales targets? Did you receive positive client feedback?
That's really good advice.
These are the details that make a difference.
Okay. And that's actually where RoleCatcher's AI-powered CV resume builder can be a game changer.
Oh, tell me more.
So it analyzes the job description and then suggests relevant experiences
That's amazing.
and achievements from your work history.
So it does the hard work for you.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So it basically helps you tailor your resume and cover letter to showcase those skills that matter most to the employer.
That's so smart.
Right. Okay, moving on to question number 3. How do you keep up with changes in the market and stay informed about new mutual funds?
Another good one.
What are they really looking for here?
Well, they want to see that you're passionate about finance, committed to continuous learning.
Of course, yeah.
It's not enough to just say, I read the Wall Street Journal.
Everyone says that.
Everyone does. Go deeper. Mention specific publications, websites, or even podcasts you follow.
Okay.
Talk about recent trends that have caught your attention, like the rise of ESG investing, for example.
Oh, that's a good one.
Or actively managed ETFs, something like that.
Okay, and we can connect this back to the staying updated section of the career guide,
Yeah, for sure.
which mentions resources like industry newsletters and conferences.
Right.
Showing that you're familiar with those industry standard resources
Exactly.
really demonstrates your commitment to staying ahead of the curve.
That's what they want to see.
Yeah. Okay, question 4. How do you assess a client's risk tolerance?
Okay. Risk tolerance.
This one seems pretty straightforward, but what are some common pitfalls to avoid?
I think a common mistake is giving a generic answer. Like, I use a questionnaire.
Right.
We need to showcase a more personalized approach.
Yeah, it's not one size fits all.
Exactly. It's about understanding each individual client's financial goals,
Okay.
their comfort level with market fluctuations, and their overall investment philosophy.
You really got to get to know the client.
Yes. Think of it as a conversation, not just like a checklist. Ask open-ended questions to uncover their fears and aspirations.
So for example, instead of just asking, how much risk are you willing to take?
Right.
Which can feel kind of like blunt.
Yeah.
We could say, what are your biggest concerns when it comes to investing?
That's a great example because it encourages a more open and honest dialogue.
And then you can really give them good advice.
Exactly, allowing you to tailor your recommendations to their specific needs and risk appetite.
Now, let's face it, not all clients are easy to work with.
Unfortunately.
That's where question 5 comes in.
Oh, yeah.
How do you handle difficult clients who are resistant to your recommendations?
It's bound to happen.
Yeah, so how do we navigate this tricky situation?
So this question is all about your interpersonal skills and your ability to handle conflict, professionally, of course.
Right.
Key is to stay calm, listen actively, and try to understand the root of their resistance.
You don't want to get defensive.
No, not at all.
So instead of arguing or getting defensive, we should focus on building rapport and finding common ground.
Yes. Acknowledge their feelings,
Okay.
validate their concerns, and then clearly explain the rationale behind your recommendations, why you're giving this advice.
Makes sense.
You could even share a brief anecdote about a time you successfully navigated a similar situation, highlighting your ability to kind of turn a challenge into a positive outcome.
Show that you can handle it. Okay. And speaking of positive outcomes, question 6. How do you ensure that your clients are satisfied with their mutual fund investments?
This seems like a continuation of the previous question, right?
It is. It's about building those long-term relationships
Okay.
and providing ongoing support. So highlight your proactive approach to client communication, regular performance reviews, and willingness to make adjustments as needed.
Be flexible.
Yes, exactly.
So we could talk about scheduling regular check-in calls, sending personalized performance reports, and proactively reaching out
Yes.
if there are any significant market changes that might impact their portfolio.
Exactly. You're on top of it. And you can emphasize your collaborative approach.
Okay.
Mention how you work with colleagues to provide really comprehensive financial guidance.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Exactly. Think back to the typical interactions section of the career guide,
Okay.
which mentions collaborating with financial analysts and customer service representatives.
Right. It shows that we understand the importance of teamwork
It does.
in providing exceptional client service. Now, for question 7, can you give an example of a successful mutual fund investment you recommended to a client?
Ooh, a good one.
This is our chance to shine.
It is, but it's not about bragging.
No, of course not.
Focus on the why behind your recommendation.
Okay.
Walk them through your thought process, the research you conducted, and how you aligned that investment strategy with the client's goals and, of course, risk tolerance.
So we need to explain our thinking.
You do.
And we should also quantify the success, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Did the investment outperform the market? Did it help the client reach a specific financial milestone?
Yes, those details are crucial. They make your example concrete and impactful.
Really drive it home.
It does. Showcasing your ability to deliver tangible results for those clients. Okay, now for question 8. How do you ensure that your clients are compliant with regulatory requirements?
Uh-oh. This one feels a bit daunting.
Yeah, compliance.
What are the key points to emphasize here?
Well, this question is all about demonstrating your ethical awareness and commitment to upholding industry standards.
Okay.
Start by showcasing a solid understanding of relevant regulations, whether it's KYC, AML, or any other applicable rules.
We got to know those acronyms.
You do! And it's not enough to just say, I know the rules.
Right.
We need to show how we apply them in practice.
Okay, how do we do that?
Talk about your process for monitoring client activities, reviewing account documentation, and ensuring that all transactions are conducted in accordance with regulatory guidelines.
We're dotting our I's and crossing our T's.
Yes, you are. And we can mention those certifications listed in the career guide,
Okay.
like the CFP, CFA, or Series 763 licenses,
Right.
as a way to demonstrate our commitment to those ethical practices.
Shows that we're serious.
It does. Those certifications are a great way to showcase your credibility and expertise. And now for the final question. This one's often geared towards more experienced candidates.
Okay.
Can you explain your experience in managing large client portfolios?
Oh, so what if we haven't managed portfolios of that scale yet?
Well, I think you can still highlight relevant skills and experiences, even if you haven't managed, a billion-dollar portfolio.
Right.
Focus on your analytical skills, your understanding of investment strategies, and your ability to handle complexity.
Okay.
You can draw on the functions and core abilities section of the career guide,
Oh, yeah.
which mentions skills like judgment, critical thinking, and systems analysis.
Right, because those are all super important for managing large portfolios.
They are. So even if you haven't managed, a massive portfolio,
Uh-huh.
you can still showcase your ability to think strategically, analyze data, and make informed investment decisions.
Even with less experience.
Even with less experience. And you can use hypothetical examples
Okay.
to demonstrate your understanding of portfolio management principles,
Okay.
like asset allocation, risk management, and performance tracking.
Okay. So even if we're early in our careers, we can still impress the interviewer with our knowledge
You can.
and enthusiasm for portfolio management.
Absolutely. Remember, they're not just looking for experience, they're looking for potential.
That's such a great reminder. So we've covered 9 common interview questions. What are some key takeaways to keep in mind
Okay, good question.
as we prepare for our mutual fund broker interview?
Well, I think the most important thing is to be authentic, passionate, and prepared.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Those are the big 3.
And don't forget about RoleCatcher's AI-powered tools.
Oh, yeah.
Their interview practice feature with video feedback can help us refine our answers,
Awesome.
boost our confidence, and tailor our responses
Love it.
to specific job roles.
It's like having a virtual interview coach in your pocket.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing how technology can help us prepare for these important career milestones. Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today. What's one final piece of advice
Oh, let me think.
you would give to our listeners as they prepare for their interviews?
Remember, this is your chance to showcase your passion for finance and your desire to help clients achieve those financial goals.
Okay.
Let your enthusiasm shine through.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to show your personality.
That's great advice. Authenticity and passion can really make a difference.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive. We'll be back in a moment to discuss some potential follow-up questions and how to navigate those tricky behavioral interview questions.
Sounds good. I'll be here.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Now that we've gone over those 9 common interview questions,
Yeah.
let's explore some potential follow-up questions that might come your way.
Sounds good.
These follow-ups are designed to kind of dig deeper
Right.
into your knowledge and assess your ability to think on your feet.
Exactly. Yeah.
So let's revisit that first question. Can you explain what a mutual fund is?
Okay. Yeah.
What if they follow up with, can you explain the different types of mutual funds?
Oh, that's a good one. So this is where you can showcase a broader understanding of the mutual fund landscape. So you could talk about equity funds,
Okay.
which primarily invest in stocks,
Makes sense.
or bond funds, which focus on bonds.
Right.
Yeah, so you're giving them a little bit more detail.
And we could also mention balanced funds,
Yes,
which offer a mix of stocks and bonds for a more diversified approach.
exactly. You could even delve into more specialized funds, like sector funds that concentrate on a specific industry,
Okay.
or index funds that track a particular market index.
Right.
Just showing the breadth of your knowledge.
It's like showing them we've explored the entire mutual fund universe
Right.
and can tailor recommendations to a variety of client needs.
That's it.
Now, let's say they delve deeper into your sales experience with a question like, can you tell me about a time you had to overcome a challenging objection from a potential client?
Ooh, yeah, those behavioral questions.
This is a classic behavioral interview question,
It
right?
is designed to assess your problem-solving skills and resilience.
Okay.
So think of a specific example where you faced resistance,
Okay.
listened carefully to the client's concerns, and ultimately persuaded them to see your point of view.
Like you won them over.
Yes.
Okay. So if a client was hesitant to invest because of market volatility,
Okay.
I could talk about how I explained the importance of long-term investing
Yeah.
and the benefits of diversification
Right.
in mitigating risk.
That's a great example because it shows you can address concerns directly and confidently. Remember to use the STAR method to structure your answer.
Oh, the STAR method. I've heard of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Situation, task, action, and result.
Right, right. It's a really helpful framework for tackling those behavioral questions.
Yeah.
Now, what about follow-up questions related to staying updated on market trends?
Okay.
What if they ask, what are some recent trends in the mutual fund industry that you find particularly interesting?
Oh, that's a good one. This is where you can really showcase your passion for the field and your ability to connect, like current events, to investment strategies. Talk about trends like the rise of ESG investing, for example, the growing popularity of actively managed ETFs, or any other developments that have really caught your attention.
Okay. And we can connect this back to the staying updated section of the career guide,
Yes.
which emphasizes the importance of continuously monitoring financial news and attending industry events.
Right. Shows you're not just keeping up with the basics, but you're actively seeking out new knowledge and applying it to your understanding of the market.
You're a lifelong learner.
Yes, you are. Okay, now let's revisit the question about ensuring client satisfaction.
Yep.
They might ask, can you tell me about a time you went above and beyond to address a client's concern?
This is another opportunity to showcase our commitment
Yes.
to providing that exceptional client service.
Yeah.
We need a really compelling story that demonstrates, like, our problem-solving skills and dedication to client satisfaction.
Exactly. Think of a time when you exceeded client expectations,
Okay.
resolved a complex issue, or simply went the extra mile to make them feel valued. It could be, as simple as taking the time to explain a complex financial concept in a way they could understand, or proactively reaching out to address a potential concern before it became, a real problem.
It's all about being proactive.
It is. Those personal touches can really make a difference.
I do. It's all about building that trust,
Right.
establishing ourselves as reliable advisors. Now, what about follow-up questions related to that successful investment example?
Okay, yeah.
What if they ask, what metrics did you use to measure the success of that investment?
Okay. So this is where your analytical skills come into play.
Okay.
Be prepared to discuss specific metrics like total return, benchmark comparisons, and risk-adjusted returns.
Don't be vague.
No, be specific.
Okay, so instead of just saying the investment did well,
Right.
we could say something like the investment outperformed the S&P 500 by 5%,
Yes.
while maintaining a Sharpe ratio of 1.2, indicating strong risk-adjusted returns.
That's a great example because it shows you understand how to quantify success and evaluate performance using, those industry standard metrics. Now, let's say they delve deeper into your compliance expertise
Okay.
with a question like, can you give me an example of a specific regulatory challenge you faced and how you addressed it?
Okay. This one feels a bit intimidating, especially if we haven't encountered like a major regulatory hurdle in our careers.
Yeah, that can happen. Remember, it's okay to use hypothetical examples here
Oh, okay.
to demonstrate your understanding of ethical principles and compliance procedures. So you could talk about a situation where a client wanted to make an investment that seemed unsuitable for their risk tolerance.
Okay.
Or a scenario where you suspected, potential money laundering activity.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So we could walk them through the steps we would take
Yes.
to assess the situation,
Uh-huh.
gather information, consult with compliance officers, and ultimately make a decision that protects both the client and the firm.
Exactly. It shows you're not just aware of the rules, but you're committed to applying them thoughtfully and ethically.
Doing the right thing.
You are. Now, for those aiming to manage large portfolios, be ready for follow-up questions that really test your understanding of advanced investment strategies.
Okay, so give me an example.
Okay, for instance, they might ask, how do you approach asset allocation for a large, diversified portfolio?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
It is. This is your chance to showcase your expertise in portfolio construction and risk management. Talk about your approach to determining the optimal mix of stocks, bonds, and other asset classes
Okay.
based on the client's goals, risk tolerance, and, of course, the current market environment.
So any factors.
There are. And we could mention specific strategies like modern portfolio theory or factor investing to demonstrate our understanding of those advanced investment concepts.
Show that we've done our homework.
Exactly. It shows you're not just following a cookie-cutter approach.
Right.
You're applying sophisticated investment principles to create tailored portfolios that meet individual client needs.
Personalized.
Yes.
And don't forget about rebalancing.
Oh, yes. Rebalance it.
We could discuss how we monitor portfolio performance.
Yeah.
And make adjustments as needed to maintain the desired asset allocation over time.
That's a key point. It shows you understand the importance of, ongoing portfolio management.
Yeah.
And your commitment to keeping the client's investments aligned with their long-term goals.
It's an ongoing process.
It is. Now, what about those day-to-day portfolio management tasks?
Okay, the nitty-gritty.
They might ask, how do you stay organized and on top of all the details when managing a large client base?
Okay. This is where our organizational skills come in.
They do.
Mm,
And time management strategies.
it can be overwhelming.
Yeah. Talk about how you prioritize tasks,
Okay.
leverage technology to streamline your workflow,
Okay.
and maintain a system for tracking client communications. And of course, portfolio performance.
So important. And we can mention specific tools and techniques.
Yeah, like what?
Like CRM systems,
Okay.
financial planning software,
Uh-huh.
and project management methodologies.
Those are great examples. It shows you're not just organized, you're tech savvy
Uh-huh.
and efficient, which are essential qualities for managing, those complex portfolios and demanding client relationships.
It's like having a well-oiled machine for managing all those moving parts.
Exactly. And remember, those follow-up questions, they're your chance to really shine, to go beyond the surface level
Okay.
and demonstrate the depth of your knowledge and the strength of your skills.
It's our time to impress them.
Yes,
Yeah.
with our insights and enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, let's shift gears and talk about those AI-powered tools that can give you that extra edge.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about RoleCatcher.
RoleCatcher to the rescue. Their AI-powered features can significantly enhance your preparation and boost your confidence.
I love RoleCatcher.
So let's start with their CV resume builder.
Mm-hmm.
Their AI analyzes the job description and identifies key skills
Okay.
and keywords
Yeah.
that are highly valued by that employer.
So it basically helps us create a resume that speaks directly to their needs.
It does, and catches the attention of those recruiters.
Exactly.
And it suggests relevant experiences
Oh, yeah.
and achievements from your work history that align with those keywords,
Oh, wow.
helping you, optimize your resume to ensure it gets noticed by those AI-powered recruitment systems.
That's so smart. Now let's talk about their interview practice feature. I love how it analyzes our video recordings and provides feedback on our pacing, tone, and clarity.
Oh, yeah. It's like having a virtual interview coach right in your pocket. It identifies areas where you can improve your delivery, such as reducing filler words or maintaining eye contact, giving you that extra polish before the big day.
I need that. And what about tailoring our answers to specific job roles? That always feels a bit daunting.
Well, that's where RoleCatcher's AI really shines. It helps you customize your responses to align with the specific requirements and expectations of each job you're applying for.
So we're not just memorizing generic answers. We're crafting responses that are tailored to each individual opportunity.
That's it. It's about showcasing your unique value proposition and demonstrating how your skills and experience align perfectly with their needs. Now, let's talk about those tricky questions that often throw people off, like, tell me about your strengths and weaknesses.
Ooh, yeah, I hate those.
They can be tough. How can RoleCatcher's AI help us navigate this, potentially treacherous territory? Well, their AI can help you identify your strengths based on your work history and skills. It goes beyond those, generic strengths like hardworking or a team player, and digs deeper, identifying specific skills and accomplishments that demonstrate your unique value proposition.
So it helps us highlight those strengths that really set us apart from the competition.
Exactly. And when it comes to weaknesses, their AI can help you frame them in a positive light. It's about acknowledging areas for growth while emphasizing your commitment to continuous improvement.
So instead of saying I'm a perfectionist, which can sound a bit cliche,
Yes.
I could say I have high standards and I'm always striving to improve.
That's a great example. It shows self-awareness and a desire to grow, which are valuable qualities in any candidate. Now let's talk about salary expectations. That's always a delicate topic. How can RoleCatcher's AI help us determine a fair and competitive salary range for this role?
Yeah, I always get nervous about that one.
It's tricky. Well, their AI analyzes salary data for comparable positions in your location and industry, giving you insights into the prevailing salary range and helping you determine, a reasonable target.
It's like having a personal salary negotiator.
It is. That takes a lot of the stress and guesswork out of the process. And remember, it's not just about the salary.
Right.
You can also discuss other benefits and perks that are important to you, like vacation time,
Okay.
professional development opportunities, or work-life balance. Those things that are important to you.
Like the whole package.
It is. Now, let's talk about those behavioral questions
Okay.
that often pop up in interviews. Those questions that start with, tell me about a time you...
Oh, yeah. Those are tough.
Yes. Those behavioral questions can be tricky. They're designed to assess your past behavior
Okay.
as a predictor of future performance. So, how do we prepare for those curveballs? Well, RoleCatcher's AI provides guidance. on how to structure your responses to behavioral questions using the STAR method, which we discussed earlier.
Right, right. That's so helpful. Having a framework to guide our responses
It is.
can really boost our confidence.
Exactly. And remember, when answering behavioral questions, be specific, be concise,
Yeah.
and focus on demonstrating how your past experiences have prepared you for the challenges of this role.
It's all about showing them
Yes.
that we've been there, done that,
Yeah.
and learned from our experiences.
You got it. Now, I think we've covered a lot of ground today, from those 9 common interview questions to potential follow-up questions,
Yeah, we have.
behavioral questions, and of course, the power of AI-powered tools like RoleCatcher. What's one final piece of advice you would give to our listeners as they prepare for their mutual fund broker interviews? What's one key takeaway you want our listeners to remember? I think the most important thing is to be authentic, passionate, and prepared. Showcase your knowledge, your enthusiasm, and your genuine desire to help clients achieve their financial goals.
That's great advice. Authenticity and passion can really make a difference.
Absolutely. And remember, the interview process is not just about answering questions correctly. It's about showcasing your personality, your unique value proposition, and your potential to thrive in this exciting field. It's about making a connection.
Yes.
And leaving a lasting impression.
Exactly. So go out there with confidence.
Yeah.
Be yourself, and let your passion for finance shine through. The world of mutual funds is waiting for talented individuals like you. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive. We hope this episode has empowered you with the knowledge and confidence to ace those interviews and launch your career as a mutual fund breaker.
It's been a great deep dive.
Best of luck on your journey.
And remember, stay curious, stay engaged, and never stop learning.
Good advice.
The world of finance is constantly evolving, so continuous learning is key to success. That's such a great point. Embrace the challenge, seek out new knowledge, and never stop growing. And don't forget, RoleCatcher is there to support you every step of the way, from crafting the perfect resume to acing those interviews and landing your dream job.
Such a great resource.
It is. So go out there and make your mark on the world of finance. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next Deep Dive.
Welcome back to The Deep Dive. We've covered a lot of ground prepping for that mutual fund broker interview.
We have.
But there's one crucial element we haven't discussed yet.
What's that?
What to do when the interviewer asks, "Do you have any questions for me?"
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. A lot of people kind of stumble on that one.
It's like the tables have turned.
They have.
Right. You go from interviewee to like engaged conversationalist.
Yeah, you want to show them that you're really thinking.
Yeah, it's a moment to kind of demonstrate your genuine interest and gather some valuable insights.
Absolutely.
So instead of just asking those like generic questions.
Yeah, like what are the benefits?
Yeah, like what's the salary?
Right, that's not what they want to hear.
Think about what you genuinely want to know
Yeah.
about the role,
Yes.
the company, or the team.
Yeah, show them you've done your research.
So instead of asking about salary and benefits, which can seem a bit premature,
It can. Yeah.
we could inquire about the company's investment philosophy
Okay.
or their approach to like client relationships.
Yeah, that's a good one. You could ask about opportunities for professional development.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Or how they foster, a collaborative work environment. And you could even inquire about the team's dynamics or their experience in the field.
Like you're getting like a sneak peek into what it would be like to work there.
Exactly. And by asking those thoughtful questions, you're not just gathering information. You're subtly signaling your interest.
Oh, okay.
And demonstrating your ability to think critically.
It shows that you're like engaged.
You are.
Right. And not just looking for any job, but looking for the right fit.
That's it. And that can make a big difference. Yeah.
In how they perceive you.
Okay. So as we wrap up this deep dive into mutual fund broker interview prep,
Yes.
let's just emphasize one key takeaway. Preparation is paramount.
Absolutely.
From understanding those mutual funds to crafting compelling answers.
Right.
And even leveraging those AI tools like RoleCatcher.
Yes.
The more prepared you are,
Right.
the more confident you'll feel.
You will. And that confidence, it's going to shine through, making you a more memorable and impressive candidate.
Absolutely.
Remember, the interview process.
Yeah.
It's a journey of self-discovery and growth. Embrace the challenge.
Okay.
Learn from each experience.
Yeah.
And never stop striving to improve your skills and knowledge.
It's all about growth.
It is.
And for those seeking that extra edge, Remember that RoleCatcher is there to support you every step of the way.
They are?
Their AI-powered tools can help tailor your resume, refine those answers,
and practice your delivery, giving you the confidence to shine in those crucial moments.
So go out there, armed with knowledge,
Yeah.
passion, and a touch of AI magic, and make your mark on the exciting world of finance.
Thanks for joining us on the deep dive.
It's been fun.
We hope this episode has empowered you to navigate that mutual fund broker interview process with confidence
Absolutely.
and success.
Best of luck on your journey.
Until next time, keep learning,
Yeah.
keep growing, and keep diving deep